Hey friends, welcome back to Central Texas Homestead. My name is Mike. Miss Rochelle is not in this video. She's in the house. She's got a bunch of stuff. We're preparing for a Arctic cold front. We've had them. You've seen videos in the past. We've had them a couple times. January is about that time of the month that we really get cold. January, February. We are in the garden. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we did a video. Just been busy. I'm back to work. If you're new, well, this is Central Texas Homestead. We are gardeners. We teach you how to preserve, how to ferment, how to cook. I'm a retired chef. I'm not retired anymore. I went back to work. But good to see y'all again, friends. They're good to be here on the camera. What is going on in the garden? Let's talk about that real quick. So here in the next 3-4 days, we're gonna have extreme cold weather. Okay, we're talking down to the single digits with some precipitation too, so there may be ice. We have decided that we're done. We've uncovered everything. Today I'm going to be harvesting the rest of our beets, turnips. As you can see, we've got some beautiful turnips. Even if we didn't harvest these, they'd be all right in the freeze, but I'm going to get them out of the ground anyway. We've got some Napa cabbages that we want to harvest. I am going to be making some kimchi and sauerkraut, so I'll be doing some fermenting. The onions and the garlic that are in the ground, they're going to be fine as long as you keep the soil moist. And there's Mr. Bones. What are you doing, buddy? We harvested a couple of broccoli already, and then the rest of these radishes we're going to pull out of the ground. First thing I want to get to is getting this Napa cabbage out of the ground. I'll bring you in closer and just show you how we harvest these. Basically, I'm just going to take the outer part and just push it down. Heart, this is what we want right here, this beautiful center part. Take my knife, really sharp blade, and I'm just going to cut at the base all around. This one's being a little difficult, but we'll get it. Right there, that's what we want right there. Beautiful. Beautiful head of Napa cabbage. We'll just keep going with the rest. Here's a nice beautiful head of Napa cabbage. We had a really good year for turnips. And these are some of the smaller ones. Right here. And we had already harvested about a week ago. And we had canned most of them, and we ate some of them. We roasted some of them fresh, and they were just wonderful, just wonderful. We've got a lot more to go. Guys, we gotta harvest the last of our dinosaur kale. We had already harvested some, and we made some really good kale chips. We're probably just gonna wash these and we'll pack them for salads. But I'm mainly getting the young leaves. The older ones have some insect damage. I'm not worried about that. We'll just get what we can. And it is cold. I think it's around 50 and the temperature is dropping. So that's probably our third or fourth harvest of our kale so far this year. I'm just going to keep going. And here we planted a Szechuan radish. It's an Asian radish. Last year we did the green ones. These are not as big as they were in prior harvest. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. These possibly could stay okay in the ground during the freeze, but we'll just go ahead and pull them. We've got some more over here. Everything else with us is going good. Like I've said before, I'm back to work. I'm having a good time. The weather has been great. I'll tell you what, this has been probably one of the most mild years we've had. You know, still producing and harvesting in January. What a blessing. weather is going to be bad. I don't think it's going to be bad as the last couple of years. I don't think we're getting any too much rain or ice of that nature. But so basically I'm just taking it and I'm doing just a pre-wash. This is our wash table, just a square table on legs, and it's got the really tight mesh that you can get. I think it's like a square chicken wire mesh, and it just helps get all the extra dirt off before you bring it into the house. Just makes it so much easier. And then what I'll do is I'll get the hose and I'll bring it over here and I'll wash it down. I'm sure you guys have seen it in past videos, but this is our wash table. I'm thinking about building a bigger one because we've been harvesting so much. I might even put it back in the grow table area, an extra wash table. You never have too many tables to work on, that's for sure. I'm going to continue going with radishes. These are our French radishes. Look at that. And also today, guys, with all the onions and garlic, we're going to break out the garden hose. We're not supposed to get any rain, really. And I'm going to deep soak that. I want that soil moist to protect it from any frost, and they'll be fine. And we preserve these. Basically, we'll just take them. We'll be eating a lot of them raw, but I can also blanch them and freeze them. But we just typically store them in cold water in the fridge, and they'll last a couple of weeks. So we have a ton of projects that we're going to be doing this spring. We'll take you guys along with us. Over here we have that patio project we've been filming now for about a year, so you'll get a good year and a half of the process. You'll be able to see what we've been working on it. It's been solarizing right now under black plastic for 8 months. We don't want any weeds. But look at all these beautiful radishes. They're great. We have other projects going on too. We're going to be putting together some raised metal beds, and we've decided instead of in the garden, we're going to be putting it over our patio, our deck area, and that's where we're going to plant some of our sugar cane, and then we'll use that spot too for experimental plants, different things we want to test, and possibly some herbs. Just have a little fun with it. But yeah, so many projects to do. Just need to get past winter and get to spring. And let's just hope and pray that it's not a super hot summer and spring like we had last year. Let's hope that we get a spring. And what does that mean? We get some rain. And it doesn't go from this to 110 degrees. We'll see what happens on that. All of this, guys, is going to go in the compost. This is going to be soil, not for this spring, but next fall planting. It's going to take that time to decompose. I will probably turn it, and hopefully the rains will come in the spring, and that'll help break that down, because we're going to need more soil, good compost for next year. We're always thinking ahead. I have compost, and I'll use black cow manure for the spring garden, but we'll have that for the fall. So always think ahead, compost. As you can see, guys, we've got lots of dill. We've already harvested a bunch of it, but I'm going to go ahead and get some more and then hang it in the mudroom. So I'll harvest this, and we'll bring it in the house. The beauty about this little wash table, guys, is you're not going to be bringing a bunch of dirt, mud in the house. Some people have wash sinks out in their garden, which is smart, old commercial sinks. Another cool thing about this is I'm watering the plant underneath. I can rotate it around during the really hot months, and we're saving water. Not a bad little harvest for January, I got to tell you. I'm pretty happy about that. I did look to see if the carrots were ready, and they're not. I'm just going to leave them on the ground. I'm sure they're going to be just fine through the cold. They'll be fine under the ground. So we have onions, garlic, onions, and then over by the fence we have more. I would suggest to you that if you have onions or garlic in the ground before freeze, get it soaked. Soak it in good. The soil has a better chance of keeping warm if it's moist instead of dry. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take my time and just go through all of our onions and garlic, and we're going to get it deep soaked in. This year, guys, we decided that the only garlic that we're going to plant is elephant garlic. We've tried all different varieties, hard neck, soft neck, whatever grows here in the south, and they just don't produce a large enough bulb. So we're just going to stick with elephant garlic. So that's what we've done this year. And here along the fence, we've got some more onions, and further over there, we've got garlic. And you know, the reason why we spread out our plantings is because we're going to need room in the spring to plant other plants, because these are not going to be harvesting until April. So we dot little sections in and we just kind of rotate them that way. Just makes it easier. Okay friends, not too bad for January the 13th. Most people are covered in snow. I know the Midwest is. Temperatures are starting to drop tonight, and then for the next 3 days we're talking single digits. So just got to be careful here. The houses in Texas aren't really made for it. Instead of covering our spigots outside, doesn't work, because remember, our pipes are up in an attic, not in a basement. They are insulated, but when it gets that cold, they will freeze. So what we do is the outdoor spigots, we actually drip them. It's the only thing that we've discovered that is kept from freezing. So we've got some turnips, lots of different radishes, some the last of the kale, and a bunch more of dill. So we're going to dry these. And the Napa cabbage that we harvested, I'm going to be making some sauerkraut. I'm going to be doing some fermentation, some kimchi, which is really good, nice and spicy. I will try to film that. I know I've done that before, so I'll have past videos of Rochelle and I doing fermenting. Oh, too, we had a bunch of these bunching onions, these salad onions, on the grow table, about 10 of them. So I'm bringing them into our mudroom because we really like our salad onions. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. I'm sorry we haven't been filming as much. We've just been busy. We will do the best we can. And to all of our friends out there that have channels, hey, we're watching your videos as diligent as possible. We enjoy them. If you're new, hey, check out some of our old videos. We've been doing this for almost 2 years now. It's been a blessing. It really has. Weather's going to be getting hot. I'm going to teach you guys what we can do to grow produce here in Central Texas. But hey guys, if you're, well, most of the country, stay warm, be careful. Pets, pipes, plants, bring your pets in. It's just cruel to leave pets outside. Even if you bring them in a garage or something, let them lay on a blanket. But hey, be careful guys. Drip those pipes at night. Open up your cupboards in the house, get those pipes warm. Hopefully we make it through this. I'm sure we will. But thanks for watching, guys. God bless. We'll see you later.